Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. So yesterday, KULR stock took a nosedive while the rest of the market soared. And today, I think it's skyrocketing while the rest of the market is down a little bit. Some people think, is this a coincidence? Well, guys, there's always kind of a hidden reason behind these that the average investor might not see, but it's crystal clear to those who know where to look. So in this video, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit more about KULR stock. More importantly, let's dive into some of the technicals and then we'll talk about the financials and the news. When we look at KULR stock, it was at this critical level yesterday where we saw this downtrend here, and then we see that it is touching on what would be, if it continues up, this uptrend right here. And so it's been consolidating, it's been holding the level, but just at market open today, we see it break above, and it broke out a little bit, about 11% so far today. Now, this is really good indication because basically, if this was a bear move, we would definitely see it hold this trend and continue down this way. But instead, we saw a breakout. We see it actually validate this support, validate this level. And now the next level to get to here is that $2.80 range, which if it were to get there from here, $2.80 would be about 9% continued gain. Then, of course, there's previous highs, and we could see, definitely over a 50% increase if it gets even half as high as it was earlier here back in the beginning of January, just 2 weeks ago. So now that we see this happen on the technicals, a couple things could happen. We see a little bit of an overextension on the MACD, overextension on the RSI. And now what might happen is we could see it potentially rocket down a little bit more before continuing up, and that's most likely what would happen. But let's take a look at, outside of that, the probabilities for where KULR stock is going. And I say probabilities because it is not just technicals, as you guys know. There is a multi-million-dollar deal in nuclear tech that is just closed. I believe it was yesterday this article came out, right? We went over this a little bit. You could see that this was a big deal. This is a multi-million-dollar licensing agreement for advanced carbon fiber cathode applications in nuclear reaction systems in Japan. That's a multi-million-dollar deal. Now, when we go to KULR Technology, if you guys aren't familiar, it's a company that works with a lot of space tech. So if we go to KULR Technology, you can see, let's see, these are some of their products. I was looking for where their batteries are used. So you can see their batteries. These are high temperature or extreme temperature resistant batteries. They work with batteries on a cellular level, and they work on using carbon composite to make these batteries thermally efficient. KULR One's a family of revolutionary battery packs that accelerate the global transition to a sustainable electrification economy. Check out some of their other products here, and then if we go over, I believe it's their. If you go to the company, I mean, normally they have their partnerships. You can see NASA, Molicel, Lockheed Martin, Department of Transportation. They have deals with not just NASA, Department of Transportation. They also got, I believe it's Navy. Yeah, so they were just awarded a Navy contract back in November to develop high-temperature internal short-circuit cells for enhanced battery safety in critical applications. So you can see they can't share all details because it is, a Navy contract, but you can see it says high-temperature ISC activation supports critical advancements in aviation safety by accurately simulating extreme conditions. So higher temperature, again, like we said, mirrors real-world operational stresses, offering precise data on thermal runway behavior, which is for the electric and hybrid electric aircrafts. And then you got consistency with safety standards, as well as enhancing military and commercial safety. So you got that partnership with Navy. I believe they're also over here with Army. Let's see. They just got this because December 30th, KULR announces active collaboration with U.S. Army to evaluate vibration reduction on the Apache and UH-60 helicopter platforms. So this is what we know. There are a lot of new tech in aviation. You got drones, you got obviously they're going to see more aerial aircrafts here that are developed. You can see this is Apache and Black Hawk helicopters. One of the issues is, I don't know if you've seen one of these videos where it's like the thing is vibrating and like it just becomes, basically it falls apart because it's vibrating. That's an issue with aircraft, right? Vibrations are a big deal, especially with helicopters. They have this forward thinking program that they run in partnership with Palantir, that allows them to be able to reduce the vibrations of these aircrafts. And so basically, if you think about it, we're talking about a program or software that is able to make these aircrafts and drones and what have you vibrate less. So you also see potentially paving the way for widespread adoption of KULR Vibe, which is that software, for its aviation platforms. It's a 12-month study. It's going to be conducted in partnership with South Carolina National Guard, and it aims to assess how KULR Vibe can contribute to stricter vibration standards, streamlining track and balance operations, and reducing long-term maintenance costs, and improving aircraft longevity and reliability. I mean, if it's something we can just plug into a helicopter and immediately, for many helicopters, it can reduce that maintenance cost by reducing the vibrations, I'd say that's a really great technology. The other one that they were working with was ParaZero. This is, you can see KULR technology, vibration reduction technology for military helicopters and drones. So ParaZero, Safe Air, Smart Air, Trinity platforms. It's a track and balancing technology built with artificial intelligence algorithms to identify and locate vibrations of airborne systems. The vibrations are considered negative energy that decrease flight range and aerial efficiency. So KULR Vibe's advantage in serving unmanned aerial systems market is increased battery time by up to 35% and increased payload lift by 38%. This is the key when working in close quarter environments to reduce collateral events. KULR Vibe stops extreme cases of excess vibrations causing catastrophic damage to drones, helicopters, and what have you. You can see weakened performance, maintenance issues, increased downtime, maintenance costs, and pilot fatigue. I mean, yeah, if you're a pilot and your thing is like shaking the whole time, yeah, I mean, I've done that. I've like sanded stuff and my hand becomes swollen and I'm like, oh, I don't even want to do this anymore because of the vibrations, right? Haven't seen that in aircraft, but that's got to be a real thing. So we look at the news, a lot of the contracts are good, a lot of things promising. The other thing you guys can notice is the SpaceX rideshare. Oh, hey, look, we're there. Last two videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're here right on Google. They just signed an agreement to launch the KULR One space battery. Okay, and this is directly on their website. You can see, I don't know if this actually shows SpaceX on their website. Let's see. There we go. It says directly from NASDAQ, KULR Technology Group to launch KULR One space battery on SpaceX rideshare mission. So keep that in mind. They're going to be on the SpaceX rideshare mission 2026, highlighting its commitment to advanced battery technologies for space applications. Upcoming mission will validate K1S KULR One's batteries capabilities, providing flight heritage that could enhance its marketability and credibility in the growing space battery sectors, projected to reach 6.35 billion by 2030. So growing industry for sure. I would imagine the battery space is bigger than that, but that's what the projections are. So we see all this news. It looks great. We've looked at some of the financials. They looked okay. And let's take a look. KULR financials. if you guys aren't familiar, they had about $42 million that they're holding. 90% of their surplus cash they put into Bitcoin. So that's something to realize. How's Bitcoin doing today? I'm not too sure. We could see here BTC price 98,000. It's $400 above their average price. They bought it average price of 98,500. So keep that in mind. Their financials, you can see that its revenue is going up, net income is up, but overall is down negative 2 million. Net profit margins up 65%, net operating income going up. There is some good things. See the beating the revenue and the earnings per share quarter over quarter. It's not too bad. The last thing that you want to think about when investing in any company is that while you're trading it, maybe you're looking at these gains, that it's maybe fundamentally or intrinsically not valuable. And so when we look at the news that we've seen related to KULR stock, and we look at some of the tech that they're building out, paired with their location in Texas, they're right next to their neighbors with a lot of prominent space companies, including Lockheed Martin. So you take all those things as an example, and you could basically draw the conclusion that KULR stock is going to continue to innovate and continue to grow. Now, their current price has been highly volatile. They soared over 100% actually in the past year. So you got to keep that in mind, or maybe it was 1,000%. I'm not quite sure. No, I think it was 100%. Over 100%. We could go back 1 year and we can see what that looks like. Yeah, they were at 10 cents. So actually, if we look at one point, they went from 10 cents the low to the year. All right, over 4,800% just in the past year. That's the past 10 months. Now, from there to where they are currently is 2,200%. So they've had a massive run upwards. A lot of that here wasn't, I would say, something that it was kind of incremental and then geometric. We see this exponential increase, and then we start to see it sell off. Now down to this key level that it broke out of, which is very, very crucial for KULR stock to symbolize that it's not just going to, pump up and then sell off, but it's actually going to establish a trend and potentially continue its upward direction. Now, if it does continue its upward direction in the direction it's going, halfway to previous highs would be about 50%. Getting to previous highs would be over 100% increase. So last time that run happened, we saw it happen right here. You can see that's the high of $5.60. This run happened from right here in about 9 days. So the stock moves quick, and it can go just as quickly up as it can go down. So be careful, be cautious, but also realize that we are looking at a better deal right now than had you bought, let's say, a couple weeks ago. So that's something to consider. A lot of people are looking to trade this at market open, as there's a lot of great dips to buy. You can see this one right here, market open dip before recovering, market open dip before recovering. And we like to time some of these dips and see if opportunities present themselves at market open in our live trading sessions in StockMate. If you'd like to watch me trade live, it's that second link down below. And for those of you guys that are looking to learn technical, fundamental, and financial analysis of the best companies in the world, but also AI, quantum, space tech, then I would encourage you, check out that second link down below to join StockMate. It's a limited time sale. It's one of our best ever. Won't get too much better than this right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing. See you guys in the next video. Take care.